Far beyond the reach of cities and forests, there is a world ruled by ice. A place where the wind never rests. Where temperatures fall far below freezing. And where survival is never guaranteed. This is the Arctic. At first glance, it appears empty. An endless wilderness of snow, ice, and silence. But hidden within this frozen landscape is one of Earth's greatest survivors. The polar bear. Powerful, patient, and perfectly adapted for a life on the ice. For thousands of years, these incredible animals have survived in one of the harshest environments on the planet. But every winter begins a new story. A story of strength. A story of sacrifice. And a story of a mother's determination. A secret shelter has been created. Deep beneath the Arctic snow, a mother polar bear waits inside a hidden maternity den where warmth and patience will protect the next generation. Deep inside the den, 2 newborn cubs rest against their mother, completely dependent on her warmth for survival. The cubs nurse quietly, receiving the rich milk that will help them survive one of the harshest environments on Earth. Her powerful body shields the cubs from the bitter Arctic cold, creating the only safe haven they have ever known. Even in their sleep, the cubs are already growing stronger with every passing day. This small chamber is the only world the cubs have ever known, a fragile sanctuary where life quietly grows, protected from one of the harshest climates on Earth. Day after day, the Arctic changes above them, while deep below the snow, the cubs continue growing in the quiet warmth of their hidden sanctuary. The cubs grow stronger each day, nourished by their mother's rich milk and constant warmth, while the frozen Arctic waits quietly above. As their strength grows, curiosity turns into play. These first playful moments help build the coordination and confidence they will one day need to survive in the Arctic. For the first time, the cubs begin to notice the faint daylight filtering through the entrance tunnel, awakening their curiosity about the world beyond the den. The unfamiliar scent of the Arctic drifts into the den. Instinct tells the cubs that a vast new world lies just beyond the tunnel, waiting to be discovered. Driven by instinct, the cubs take their first careful steps into the entrance tunnel, unaware that an endless Arctic wilderness lies just beyond the light. Before going any farther, the cubs instinctively look back toward the only safety they have ever known. Sensing that the time is approaching, the mother slowly rises for the first time in weeks, preparing her cubs for the journey beyond the den. Before leaving the safety of the den, the mother carefully tests the Arctic air. Relying on instincts refined through years of survival. With quiet confidence, the mother begins moving toward the entrance. Instinctively, her cubs gather behind her, trusting every step she takes. For the first time, the cubs see the vast Arctic beyond their hidden home. A world of endless snow, brilliant light, and countless challenges awaits them. After weeks, beneath the snow, one tiny cub takes its very first step into the Arctic. Every step reveals a new sensation. Beneath tiny paws, the frozen snow feels unlike anything the cub has ever experienced inside the shelter of the den. Encouraged by its first discovery, the young cub pauses and quietly waits, as if inviting its sibling to share the Arctic for the very first time. With growing confidence, the second cub finally leaves the safety of the den, taking its very first steps into the frozen Arctic beside its sibling. For the first time, the family stands together beneath the endless Arctic sky. Every journey ahead will depend upon the mother's experience. The journey begins with a single trail. The cubs take their first steps behind the only leader they have ever known. Every step is carefully chosen. The mother naturally leads her cubs across firmer snow, conserving their energy and keeping them safely away from hidden dangers beneath the Arctic surface. Every small obstacle becomes a lesson. Even a gentle snow ridge challenges the young cubs, teaching them that survival begins with persistence. Tiny paws press gently into the snow, leaving behind the very first trail of a new generation. Every sound feels unfamiliar, from the whisper of drifting snow to the distant song of the Arctic wind. Every movement becomes a lesson as the cubs learn to balance on a landscape shaped by ice and cold. The Arctic appears breathtakingly beautiful, stretching endlessly beneath a sky of brilliant winter blue. Yet beneath that beauty lies one of the harshest environments on Earth, where survival is never guaranteed. Their mother begins leading them forward. She knows where they must go. Across the frozen land, toward the sea ice. The sea ice is where their survival lessons truly begin. Every step teaches them how to understand this frozen world. Their mother understands signs hidden in the ice. The direction of the wind, the sound beneath the snow, the smallest details can mean survival. But learning takes time. Mistakes are part of growing. And every challenge makes them stronger. Their journey has only just begun. The Arctic never remains the same for long. Weather can change without warning. The mother notices the signs immediately. Experience has taught her to read the Arctic. The cubs stay close. Snow begins to move across the ice. The air grows colder. A storm is approaching. The family keeps moving. They trust their mother completely. The storm finally arrives. The mother lowers her body against the wind. The cubs use her as shelter. Her strength becomes their protection. Together, they endure the storm. Morning returns to the Arctic. Fresh snow covers the landscape. The world feels new again. The cubs are growing stronger. Every day brings new discoveries. Curiosity helps them learn. The Arctic is their classroom. Every experience adds to their knowledge. Confidence slowly replaces uncertainty. They begin making small choices of their own. But family remains their greatest protection. The frozen ocean stretches endlessly ahead. New challenges still await them. But they are ready to keep moving forward. Together, they continue into the Arctic wilderness. The cubs are no longer as small as they once were. Their confidence continues to grow. Curiosity still leads the way. Every day reveals something new. The Arctic is changing with the season. More light fills the frozen world. The cubs spend more time exploring. Their world feels larger than ever before. New paths lie ahead, and the journey continues. The cubs are beginning to make their own decisions. Curiosity often leads them a few steps away, but they never stray too far. Their confidence grows with every journey. The Arctic rewards patience. Every lesson prepares them for the future. The frozen world no longer feels unfamiliar. It has become their home. Together, they continue forward. Stronger than ever before. The cubs are becoming young bears. They no longer need to follow every step. But they still look to their mother for guidance. Her experience remains their greatest advantage. Every season changes the Arctic. The family continues adapting together. Their bond has grown stronger with every challenge. Soon, each of them will follow a different path. But today, they are still together. And the Arctic remains their home. Each new day brings another lesson. Curiosity has become confidence. They understand the Arctic better every day. Their world is full of endless horizons. The cubs rarely hesitate now. Soon, they will no longer depend on their mother. Every journey has prepared them for this moment. They belong to this frozen world. Their future is only beginning. And their story is only one of countless lives shaped by the Arctic.